everyone, and welcome to this week's research rundown. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about pelvic organ prolapse and differences in where your tissues are resting depending on your assessment time. So this was a paper that was published a couple of years ago in the International Urogynecology Journal. And what they did was they took 4 different groups: a group that is premenopausal and has never given birth before, somebody who is premenopausal who has given birth before, someone who is postmenopausal, has given birth before and does not have diagnosed prolapse, and the 4th group was those who are postmenopausal, have given birth before, and do have prolapse. And what they did was they compared on an upright MRI machine how tissue changes from morning to midday to afternoon. What I see clinically, and this is particularly true in my postmenopausal clients, is that those that have pelvic organ prolapse are concerned so much more with what they feel around the opening of their vagina throughout the day. And they notice a significant change sometimes from in the morning to the afternoon, with it in some cases being so significant that they are okay to pee and poop in the morning. And I've had clients who have urinary retention or difficulties pooping towards the evening. And so what this study was doing was trying to see, is there true variations, and kind of differentiating the amount of movement or degree of movement change from each of these different groups. So they did MRIs, which I think is really cool. And I think the first thing that is a takeaway from this study was that everybody noticed changes throughout the day. The change was not large in most people, but your vaginal walls and your cervix drop from the morning to the nighttime. We see this in other tissues in the body. Like, for example, your height is slightly shorter from morning to night because there is water in your discs. And with gravity, discs are an anti-gravity muscle or tissue. They let that water leave. It makes you slightly shorter. You lie down, body resets, you get a little bit taller in the morning. This can also sometimes be why people with disky back pain can have more pain in the morning. We're seeing this same kind of trajectory with prolapse. So if you take a look at the bladder, the position of the bladder height, in almost all, especially those who have delivered vaginally or have given birth, there is a significant drop throughout the day. And so this is the difference morning to midday, morning versus afternoon. The only one that didn't show a really big difference, though it was still hitting statistical significance, was the nulliparous group. So premenopausal, have never given birth before. So this is expected. Cervix position did drop in our nulliparous group, but again, we see this change as the day progresses. What I think was really interesting in all of these studies is that there was a couple of individuals, there was 15 per group. There was a couple individuals in the postmenopausal pelvic organ prolapse group that had a very large drop. So 2.2 centimeters, so an inch difference from the earlier day to the afternoon. And I think this is really clinically relevant. So how does this study make you Monday morning ready? Number 1, you should document when you did this evaluation. Number 2, this evaluation, a prolapse assessment, should be done in supine or in standing, not just supine. If you have a person that is saying that they notice these tissues throughout the day, I really think that everybody should do a standing assessment, but absolutely imperative for these humans that are saying, I feel this tissue throughout the day. The third thing is timing a evaluation around when they are most symptomatic. Knowing that on their back doing a Valsalva or bear down may not give you the results that you're looking for because people are going to be guarded. And it's not the information or it's not the symptom that your client is looking for. If this is your body and you are feeling those, the first thing that I want you to understand is that this is an expected change throughout the day. And your symptoms are surrounding that change or that drop in your bladder neck and your cervix. Your body is being sensitive to that change in your anatomy, and it is leading you to feel some of these symptoms. You are not going crazy. It is absolutely a very real symptom, and it is reflected in some of our physiology changes. How you can approach this is, if this is you, is thinking about the amount of time you're spending on your feet. And is there times where you can take resting breaks, where you can take gravity off your pelvic floor by lifting your feet up and taking a bit of a pelvic rest, and understanding that you are not doing damage when you are feeling those sensations, as it is kind of a seen change in pelvic position throughout the day, especially for those who are in low estrogen and have given birth. If you are looking for more information, please comment below. Let me know. If this is your body, if you need any help or continued care, please go and find a pelvic floor physical therapist. Otherwise, I will see you all next time.